So we're back in the Holy House of Gains Sanctuary Gym. Praise Ziz as always. We're hitting back in biceps and conditioning today. Very excited for this workout. It's going to be pretty high volume, high intensity. We're going to run you through absolutely everything you now need to know when it comes to building a luscious, dense, thick back that just stops people in the street and makes them think, is that guy got invisible lat syndrome? No! He's just got a big ass motherfucking back, perfect for carrying watermelons down the street. But for this session, we're going to be working a nice mix of body weight, powerlifting and bodybuilding, then finishing with a 3K high intensity compromised tempo run. What does that mean? What does that mean, Lewis? It means 3 kilometers on the treadmill as fast as you fucking possibly can go with dead legs from the leg session that I done 2 days ago. So that's the thing when you're kind of spreading your volume across mixed disciplines, mixed variables, intensities, training, powerlifting, hybrid, running, bodybuilding, you're never not going to be sore. It's just the nature of the beast. So you have to actually start taking your recoverability as seriously as you would your training. So one of the things I actually done last week was visited Jack Ritchie. Shout out Jack Ritchie. I actually seem to be speaking about the Ritchie brothers a lot because I was speaking about his brother, they're twins, about the chest. I trained with him, but his brother's a physio as well, and you know, I got acupuncture, I got the cupping and needling, everything all done on my body last week, and I felt phenomenal coming into this week of training. You know, I was a bit fatigued last week, body felt like there was like sand in it, I just couldn't get a pump. So I'm feeling much better coming into this week more than anything else. And that was a big thing he told me. It's like, right, you're pushing your intensity crazy hard right now in the lead up to the ATHX competition. You need to prioritize recovery because that's just something I was avoiding. So I'm feeling good coming into this session this week. Knees are feeling good, back's feeling good. But wait till you see the back once we start getting a pump. It looks like Mr. Blobby. There's like big octopus suction cup circles all over it. And looks a bit frightening, but we're going to get the warm-up in right now. 10 minutes, slight incline walk just to get moving and grooving. Allow the kind of pre-workout products to hit the system, get that tingle, get that buzz, visualize the session, and then we can get stuck in. So, little debrief on today's session just to give you an insight. Kicking things off with pull session A out of the A and B rotation. 10-minute walk always to start. We're going to actually kick things off with like a hanging knee raise just to engage the core, open the lats and stretch the shoulders off. And then it's going to be wide grip pull-ups for 3 sets, max reps. That's an exercise I really need to work on right now leading into ATHX because that's one of the disciplines. Then we're doing like a straight arm pull down to shorten the lats, get that width, get the blood flowing, and then going into deadlifts. You'll find a lot of people maybe start with deadlifts, but quite frankly, I like to start with getting a little bit of blood through the body first, get nice and warm, and then moving into deadlifts, because the way I'm going to be speaking about deadlifts today, which you'll see in the video, is like, I kind of pull it with my upper back, which is strange to a lot of people. They think lower back, but I'm going to completely debunk that for you guys. Then seated rows, a chest supported row, rear flies, destroy biceps with a hell of an amount of volume just in the dumbbells. And as I say, 3 kilometer fast run. I've got the trainers in the bag. Can't be doing it in these. And then, yeah, that'll do. Is about 90 minutes again, is all it takes. Savage fucking session. I'll be fucked up off the back of today, I tell you that. My chest, I trained chest really hard at Pro Life in Paisley yesterday with a wee guy. Not a wee guy, he's fucking bigger than me, Sean. And my chest is in bits. Oh. So a little tip on any hanging leg raises that you do, you want to roll your hips forward and that'll get the core a bit tighter. And I'm just going to start off partial range, a wee kind of bend in the knee, and just looking for 10 reps. At the moment, 3 of the workouts, the kind of chest A, back A, and legs A, the push-pull legs, they all have a core exercise at the start. Why do we do it at the start? Because at the end of a big fucking session, the last thing you want to do is your core or your calves. So we tend to, you know, pepper the stuff that you tend to miss at the start. And it's very low barrier to entry. It's simple, it's easy, it's not too taxing, but it gets out of the way so you can, you know, crack on with your session, not overthinking, oh fuck, am I missing things? No. I don't actually train calves either right now. I've got good calves. Got good calves at the moment. Bosh. Because when you run a lot, when you just do a lot of higher impact stuff, your calves just grow. Whereas in the past, my calves were tiny, but running was probably the best thing I've ever done for my calves, which was quite cool. So no more calf training. I've freed myself from small calves. Graduated. Jude actually dropped in quite a good concept there. Getting the core done first, getting the leg raises done first. It's like eating your vegetables before you actually get stuck into the steak and tatties of the workout or of the meal itself. Like almost taking care of the annoying shit, like when you're a wee boy, you have to smash the broccoli because you're like, just get it down at your plate. Then you can move on to the pizza, the nuggets, all the good stuff, you know? Yeah, I like that feeling when your core's nice and warm and tight prior to hitting your heavy movements, especially when we're going deadlifts. If your core's all fired up, it's going to save your lower back because it's contracting. There's blood through the midsection. You're going to feel nice and tight and obviously not run into back injuries. So 12 reps there. Fire a wee dumbbell under my feet for standing up, because I hate having to jump and waste energy on the jump to actually hold on first and foremost, because I'm like tiny. So when I get that wee prop up, I can position myself, engage my lats, like pre-engage them by switching them on, packing the shoulder blades in. And when I kind of do pull-ups, dips, I don't just think, pull myself or push myself. Forearms, biceps, turn everything on. Use your body as a unit for as many exercises as you can. It's going to save you from having half-hearted reps, lackluster results, and like weak intention behind every one of your exercises. Fuck, I'm out of breath for some reason, man. Feel like I'm fatiguing very fast today. A lot later in the day than I'd normally train. It's usually the first thing I do in the morning. So already it's like been a walk, done some work. I don't know, it just feels different. Just feels different. It's always good getting a lift in. But if you have a routine that's working for you, try your best to stick to it. Try your absolute best to stick to it. So your body's going to regulate with that time schedule. And you're going to feel a lot better in that flow, in that routine. So when you don't adhere to it, your energy seems to be all over the place. Well, mine personally does. So that's a wee bit of advice for you there. Do you see the marks at all on my back?
Yeah, they're not as strong as I thought they'd be, but
Yeah, they're fading out a wee bit now. So exercise number 2, kicking things off with a long rope dual pulley. Really looking to shorten the lat here and drive as much blood into the muscle as possible. Working a nice kind of 20, 15, 12, 10 rep range, just that descending pyramid set. As the volume drops in terms of reps, the weight increases. And by the end, I don't even want to be able to move my arms down. And I want my lats to be pumped. So, with this one here, as we get heavier, what I tend to do is I'll start pulling it into like the middle of the leg. I don't know why, it just feels better. At the start, I like to go quite wide. You got this rear delt part, and it's quite hard to hit that, I'd say, on a lot of movements, or even to feel it stimulate or switch on. And I find when I'm training back, if I start with this movement, they got a lot of blood into them already. You know, and you start seeing the pump come through. And as we kind of go through the subsequent exercises in this training session, they're going to really start blowing up, because I think that's what really makes a strong shoulder. Your front delt gets smashed for the chest, the shoulder training, side delt work. If you really want a really cool looking shoulder, that diamond cut, boulder shoulders, Death Star delts, your rear delts are where it's at. So we're going to go up the load now. Set number 2, definitely a bit spicier. I don't really go for time under tension on this, I just fucking pump it. And I'm just trying to get a big stretch in the way out, pump the blood in, stretch, pump. And a lot of people, when they're doing this, especially like those getting into the gym, if they see a big guy, you know, doing the straight arm pull down, they'll do, and they'll try do some sort of tricep push down and pull down. That's not the case. All you're trying to do is take your arm from this kind of length and range to a shortened range. You're not extending the elbow. So straight arm into the pockets, into the lower hips. Let it stretch, pull in. It does not need to be any more complicated than you make it. Straight arms, pull in. If you're not feeling it as you pull in, lift the chest through it. Personally, I like to kind of protract my shoulders. I've got weird shoulders, they just, I don't know, aren't like the normal guys. So I try to protract them, and that shortens my lats a hell of a lot better and gives me that turtle shell back that I'm looking for. So set number 3, up again. A wee tip you see there, as we're filtering that blood through the muscle, and we're going real heavy on the last set, I like to just hang in there, like insert kitten emoji hanging from like a building. Just hang in there and just let that fucking rope stretch my lats right out. And again, all we're trying to do, like I spoke about in the last episode, is open that fascia and the muscle, allow that inflammatory response to take place and all that fresh blood to channel to the muscles. And that's how you get a sick pump. You match that with good quality nutrition, your electrolyte profile is good, you got salt in your diet, you're well hydrated, boom. So we're kicking on to barbell deadlifts here. Just conventional lifts from the floor between 8 and 10 reps, 3 sets, just pyramid. The bar was already nicely set up for me, so I'm not gonna have to bust my back sticking plates on. I'm just gonna slide them on and kind of fire it in the floor. But yeah, we'll show you the way I deadlift that is uncommon to maybe how others deadlift, and maybe how you can implement that into your own training to spice up your pulling power. And that does not just mean in the gym, it means in the club too. So recently I've not been hammering deadlifts as much, or even with that being said, not going as heavy. Right now, being the strongest, you know, deadlifter is not the biggest priority of mine. It's to be just pretty decent across a wide variety of different disciplines and exercises. There's been times in my life where, you know, powerlifting was the sole focus, and, you know, you're pulling 4.5, 5 plates a side, going up to, you know, 220 kilos, 230 kilos on deadlifts, leaving yourself like neurologically fried for days. Whereas now it's like, I like the deadlift motion. I think it's great for development of the physique. It gets you strong. I think pulling from the floor is absolutely crucial to just build a base level of strength. But for right now, it will be, you know, 60, 100, maybe up to 140, 150. We'll see. So when I'm doing this, I'll get into it and I'll flare my lats forward and then sit into it. Thing is as well, my legs are still cooked from the previous session. So my arse was fucking contracting hard there. That's the thing, compromised training, you're never going to be fully recovered. So you do train at high intensity but a sub-maximal load. And it's different, it does hit different. Some of you kind of keyboard warriors will be like, oh yeah, you know, it's not efficient, it's not optimal. But fuck optimal. Like, if you're enjoying the way you train, if you're showing up daily, you don't need to be fucking optimal. That's bullshit. So it's like, I'm enjoying my training. It's probably the most committed to training I've been in a long time. So you can shove optimal up your arse And if you're enjoying it, just keep going with it. That's where the momentum's found, that's where the gold's found. And the thing is, training can change, nutrition can change, your goals can change. Right now, my goal is very aligned with the type of training I'm doing. So I just stick to it. Another little tip, a lot of people also think, you know, get shins really tied into the bar and then bend over, but then the bar rolls away from you. Might even be wise setting up just mid-foot and then sinking into it. Then your shins are going to be vertical and you can actually sit into the lift rather than being like a fucking cat shitting or something, or like a fucking prawn cracker all bent over and stuff. Feels good, but feels like I've just done a fucking 90-second sprint. You just have to stay so tight with any compound lifts, any deadlifting. Brace your core like somebody's gonna fuck you right in the gut. Especially if you're pulling on the dance floor, keep a tight core in case you hook up with some guy's missus. My brain's in a different world right now.
You go quite touch and go with the deadlifts.
Yeah, touch and go with the deadlifts. If you stay tight enough, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. Speed is what I'm looking for from this.
Power, isn't it? It's like
power, speed, just fucking raw drive. Yeah. And it allows me to keep that tightness. And what I think as well is it helps you almost build like an internal capacity, like that farmer strength. Yeah. Just boom, boom, boom. The touch and go ones, they serve their purpose, but also the kind of dead stop ones also serve their purpose. When you pop it on the floor, you rest, you breathe, you reset. Like I could not do that with, 190, 200 kilo. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't be wise, I'd hurt myself, but 100 kilo I feel very comfortable moving. So we'll push up to 315, 140 kilo. We'll see how that goes. Might not get to 10, I might have to reset my grip, go over underhand after the first couple of reps. And if that's working, that's working, and then we'll leave it there for deadlifts and get into the fun stuff, pumpy time. I actually saw Alex Hormozy say the other day, he was training with Chris Williamson, loved that video. He was like, get puffy, the puffy time. And it's going to get puffy out here. Big thing that you can maybe consider, I'm trying to see if I can set this up with like deadlifting. You can maybe fire this around here, step inside it. But what you're looking for, let's say you've got this band pulling you, you want to learn how to do a hip hinge, which is bend the knees and letting your bum push back before you sit into it. And it's like working this motion, you can walk a bit further away, because hopefully that doesn't slap you in the ass, but that motion of keeping the back neutral and letting the hips push back first before you approach the deadlift bar, you got that movement unlocked, because so many guys, and I see it all the time in commercial gyms, and I try to go over and help, but again, a lot of guys' ego gets in the way and be like, nah, you're all right. Because I'm not a fucking big, massive guy, so they're like, nah, it's okay, don't want your help. But they go into their deadlift like this, and they pull it, and then they drag it with their fucking spine. And then they're like, oh, that was a good workout. They go sit in their fucking van, and they like try to get out of their car, and their like fucking lower back, their L5 is fucking smashed to a million pieces. It's like, got the dexterity of a fucking cheesy What's-It. It's like crush it and just blow away. So yeah, definitely learn how to do like a hip hinge properly. I'd recommend that before attempting heavy compound lifts, especially pulling from the floor. Because I've got videos from back in the day of me deadlifting, and I was that guy. I was that fucking guy.
What's your alternative deadlift for right now?
230. When it was this year, I was about 5-6 kilos heavier, and I was training for powerlifting. 3 workouts a week, squat, bench, dead focus, small little bit of accessory. But they just tax you so fucking much. And the thing is, see, when you're doing powerlifting training, you're going into the gym and your coach has prescribed you a weight to lift. Not sets and reps, but a weight. And it's like 187.5 kilos for 4 sets of 6. You're scared. You feel like you have to have like fucking 500 grams of carbs in you, 3 cans of Monster, just to override the anxiety. And then you put off training. You're almost sometimes scared to lift. You're looking for that optimal window when you actually feel the courage to go in and hit something so heavy. So yeah, fuck powerlifting training, man. My brother loves it, but fuck powerlifting. Couldn't give a fuck about how heavy I'm lifting. So, moving on to the fun stuff. We're looking for a T-bar row here. We've dealt with the kind of lat lengthening movements, the compound movements. Now we're just going to build that density, that thickness through the back, especially the top shelf of the back with this kind of chest supported T-bar row. When you're doing this, a lot of people tend to, you know, contract a bit too much and like their wee arms turn into wee T-Rex arms and like, meh. If you're doing that, drop your ego, go a bit lighter, go wide and pull wide, because that's going to smash your traps, your rear delts, and build that nice V taper that you're looking for. And really, what a lot of guys do lack is that nice width through the back. They're kind of straight up and down, but it's like you want that shape coming through, and especially through the rear delts. When targeted with a machine like this, you can really exacerbate that look, that shape, and it'll build over time, build that really nice aesthetic back. Yeah, 12 reps. That was fine. That was hard set. There's maybe more weight I could move, but I think if I'm now pushing for that 12 reps over the next 2 sets, I'll just end up sacrificing my form and the volume that I'm looking for today. On the rotation B for the pull day, we will go heavier. We'll work heavier movements, so I'm not too worried about losing out on some of the ego weight that tends to come when you're training JD gyms. I'm sure the weights are fake in there, fake fucking plates. Everything feels so light. Like most back movements, I'll just protract, because that's what gets these guys, these lats, stretching. And like a lot of the movements I tend to do, especially from the bodybuilding component, I like to do that kind of limb lengthening technique, where you're doing a loaded stretch, whether it be at the end of a set, throughout a set. Once the blood's in the muscle, when it's warm, you feel comfortable, let it fucking stretch, let it pull. And it's almost like a way of building active mobility through your body as well, which is something a lot of people don't do, especially those who tend to bodybuild. They can't fucking touch the toes, whereas, you know, I'm there, I could go there all day, you know. I am just feeling it today. I'm feeling it. It's not that the workout is extremely hard, but yeah, it just feels like I'm working fucking hard. I just feel it. Gym to myself, old school tunes blasting. This is a life. This is a life. So, another row variation. This one again, chest supported. Might do single arm, might do double arm. Never done this exact bit of kit, so I'll see. Might feel better with the single, I don't know yet. But the reason why I'm doing so much chest supported rowing right now is I really want to build that kind of inner density through the traps, the rhomboids, the thickness of the back. Like areas I've been working on is my neck, my traps, my forearms. The muscles that, you know, the t-shirt muscles. the manly muscles. So a lot of my focus, not only from the conditioning standpoint, the fitness standpoint, it's about looking fucking alpha, looking jacked, badass, you know. And that's going to come down to being specific with your training, knowing what movements work certain muscle areas and groups, so you can double down on them, target them, and develop your physique the way you want to. And that's the thing, your physique, whether you're 70 pounds overweight or you're stick thin, it's a blank fucking canvas to reinvent yourself. And when you can actually go into the gym every day with that ambition to design it, to carve it, to work it, to build it, to structure it the way you want. See, the motherfuckers out there, they say, oh, I just want to get fitter, just want to lose a bit of weight.
That's always the term, get fitter, isn't it?
You guys have the biggest egos out of anyone. You'll slag other people for posting content, you'll never post anything on your social media. Why? Because you don't want to give back, right? And then it's like these people, I want to just get a bit fitter, I want to do this. It's like, trust me, if I know you guys, I know what you're like. The biggest fucking ego, seriously. The ones like myself that can say what I actually want, it's because I know I've not got what I need. It's like when you kind of play down what it is, it's like, fuck. You're just bullshitting yourself. Life's a mirror, not a fucking window. Stop looking out like, just a bit fitter. It's like, look fucking in. What do you really want, mate? I know you want to be jacked. I know you want to look like fucking Popeye. Fuck, man. It does actually annoy me. That does annoy me, especially when clients come on board. It's like, so why do you really want to do this? Just want to be fitter. Why? Peel the onion, peel the onion, peel the onion. 6 months down the line, if they've not made fucking progress, you're like, why do you want to do this? Like, oh, I want to look better for my family, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why weren't you honest with that at the start? And it's like, your ego gets in the way. And then, when the penny really fucking drops and they understand what they're after, they're like, all right, cool, let's actually do this properly now and commit to it. That'll do. That'll do. It's not what I'm used to. They don't have like a cable row. I could set up on that, yeah, but can't really be fucked. So this will do. I feel quite nice in the lower lat, but I normally prefer the cable because you can round your shoulders more, get a far deeper stretch.
Going for more lat on this as opposed to like the upper inner kind of thing?
Yeah, I was trying to go wide on it, but it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So just kind of go that closer, kind of low row or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, the thing is, right, I could sit here and bullshit you guys and talk about all these biomechanics and fancy laws of science and execution behind exercises, right? A pull down's a pull down. You could do a fucking lat pull down, a pull up, an assisted pull up, a close grip pull down, whatever the fuck it is. It's hitting your lats. You do a horizontal pull, you could do dumbbells, kettlebells, machines. It's going to work the thickness, it's still going to work your fucking lats, your back, your traps. It's all the same. It is all the fucking same. That's why, like, a program, there's, with like a program, someone's like, yeah, it's going to target da 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 da. It's just lies. It's just lies. It's just some guy trying to be a smart aleck and kind of snake oil fucking muscle coach motherfucker. It's like, do your pulls, do your rows, do your fucking heavy presses. It's all fucking those who overcomplicate it. Yeah, those are the hypocrites of the industry. Just fucking about on that one there. I tried to do like some sort of hold me jack row. Didn't really work. It felt okay, and then I was like, I'm not getting a full range of motion. That weight that I'm hitting, a plate and a half per side, good working weight. I just fucking feel fatigued today more than anything else, which is fine. Absolutely fine. Like, the last 2 days have been super heavy. From like waking up at like 4:45 in the morning, going to bed at like 9, and working, 9-10 hours those days on top of everything else. So I think I was just a bit fried this morning when I woke up. I've got quite a busy day tonight, so a busy night tonight, I should say. So my body just feels a little bit out of sync, but we're still getting it done. Still getting it done. Funny story, when I was younger, when I was around like 15, 16, got my first gym membership and I had like a push-pull or like a back and biceps, chest, triceps, leg split, you know, the classic muscle group split. And it was back and biceps. I used to go in and do one set of pull-ups, thinking I'd smash back, and then just kill my biceps for like an hour, 90 minutes. The thing is, like, I think a lot of guys do this, they only train the muscles they can see directly. You know, chest, arms, your back and your legs, bro. They need as much love as everything else. Because see, when it comes to summer, and you're in your fucking shorts at poolside, you might have an overdeveloped chest and okay arms, but you've got a fucking pot belly, fucking little wimpy needle legs. Your back looks like a fucking chopping board. It's not right, man. So, we're going to be hitting up some Weird Al flies and strap-in cupcakes, because I'm going to show you exactly how you need to start hitting these fucking muscles that, quite frankly, no one knows how to hit. So, file them down for a little minute. Think about this with your shoulder. When you're here, yeah, it can contract quite nicely out of the way, but think about this. Think about how much higher it can get if you work on driving the elbow back. That's going to be the primary muscle that does the contraction. What you'll see throughout this though, because I'm me and I like to take a bit of a alternative approach, I'm going to hit all of them. I'm going to pull back, pull to the side, pull high and wide. I'm going to do everything I fucking can, so when I put these dumbbells down, I don't want to pick them back up again. And that's how you build fucking muscle. So 30 reps there, 10, 10, 10, mixed stance, mixed grip, whatever you want to call it. But that gives them a nice wee warm up. So that's what we're trying to hit, is this here, more than anything else. And you see when it pops out a wee bit, it looks pretty fucking cool in my eyes. And it's like when you're, yeah, and that will sit quite nicely. You'll see them kind of pop out a little bit in a lat spread. That's what I was talking about, that. So, basic dumbbell curls covered. We're moving on to hammers now. Build the kind of the branchi, or whatever you want to call it, the broccoli. Love hammer curls, the pump you get. You'll see throughout this when I'm doing it, it's going to be the same set and rep ranges, but I'm going to be manipulating my form as I always do. With that failure, I'll go to that kind of hanging drag curl and stuff like that. It's going to get nasty. Yeah, I go pretty light on pretty much all bicep work. I don't know why. Like, I could, you know, pick up the 15s, the 17s, the 18s, but I just wouldn't have that mind muscle connection. Yeah. Like, I might actually be robbing myself of having bigger arms. Like, some of my clients will curl more weight than me. My brother, he can do a real heavy bicep curl, but for me, I'm like, what's the point? Yeah. I'd rather take it to that kind of that higher stimulus threshold when it comes to like the blood flow. Yep. And really get a nice solid contraction, mind muscle connection. So physique update, numero 2. I'm the exact same weight as I was during the last time we filmed, 78.2 kilos. Interesting that. No highs, no lows. I said to myself last week, I don't want to gain weight, don't want to lose weight. I'm just going to get fitter and stronger at this weight. So from the front, I had a wee shave since last time, but you saw the chest and the abs and all that last time. Why don't we look at the back?
See the suction cups?
Yeah.
good pose for you.
That one's not so good. I don't really know how the guys that do like men's physique do their arms up like that. Right, 3 kilometer run. A, F, A, P, as fast as possible. AFAP. A FAP? No FAP. Right.
Having a fap at the end of your workout.
Yeah. So last time I done this, I did not have compromised legs. Legs are still fucking sore. And I didn't do a massive workout like that. It was like 14 minutes, or maybe like 13:59, like just literally shy. So, but I'm not going to be running in the Metcons. I'll get the trail running shoes on. I just feel more comfortable doing this and that. So we'll get laced up. This is going to be disgusting. I feel it. Do you know that way? I actually feel like anxious. Because I'm on camera, I'm going to go for it. Like, I'm really going to go for it today and pull out the bag. Because I've got like client calls and stuff tonight. And I'll go home, eat like a kilo of pasta. And then I'll jump on calls and they'll be like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Nah,
Talk about it.
nah, man. I'm not that good at the moment." Cardio time, conditioning time, 3 kilometers as fast as I possibly can. Have to try beat 14 minutes. Done this maybe 2 weeks ago and I felt pretty good doing it, but we'll give it a blast in here, see what we get. It's going to be nasty. I'm on camera this time. No holding back. No holding back. So I'm not counting the exact time right now. I need to ramp the speed up. So for camera we'll get a gauge.
Yeah.
And for some reason it only wants to go up a couple of notches at a time.
We'll discount whatever it takes.
Yeah. It's in miles, not kilometers.
Oh,
So
change.
there we go.
There we go.
We're on it. We're on it. Maybe start at 9.
Okay. Discount 30 seconds. One and a half. Halfway there. 2K in the bag.
Gonna recover.
Over 7 minutes.
Just gonna recover for a little minute. And then we'll push. Come on.
3K. 11:53 minus 30 seconds. Dude. God damn.
Fuck.
Shaved like 2.5 minutes off of that PB.
We getting fair, baby. That was demon. That was demon time. I am so thirsty. Oh,
That was like 11 minutes 20.
I'm hyped with that. I just think as well, like
11:23.
11:23.
Yep.
Could probably do sub 18 5K. I've really pushed, but I need to get far because I got stuck in a bit of a stitch there. Whew.
Dude. Respect.
So there we go, guys. Heavy back and heavy artillery arms straight into demon time, which is a 3 kilometer tempo run, the threshold run, to completely wipe you out, to condition you, to discipline you. So obviously the start of this video I was talking about I'm not feeling my best. Energy's off, I'm tired, I'm fatigued. I just didn't feel like I was getting that good a pump. The workout was heavy and hard when 9 out of 10 times it just feels right, it feels easy. But it came in here today, crushed a PB. So on those days, guys, that you might not think you're going to be able to do it. You might not think you stand a chance. You might not feel like training. You might not want to do it. when you get in and you show yourself what you're fucking capable of, you get on something like that, you crush a PB, shave minutes off. It makes you fucking understand how powerful the human body is. Up here wants to always give up first. It does. But the body can keep on going, it can keep on going. And that's where you build that discipline through the body, mastering the body, and then you can master the mind. Finishing off this workout on a fucking high. I feel grateful, I feel excited. My energy is through the roof now. I just fucking crushed today. Boom.